It was chaos. Like on the outside, it looked like everything was pretty put together. I had the job, had a house in a nice neighborhood, had a husband, but you know, I was barely keeping my head above water, like literally. My addiction had gotten so out of control that, you know, I realized one night when I didn't have pills and I physically started going through withdrawals, like one day I was like, oh my God, like I'm in this deep, and I didn't even get help for like a year after that. And it's funny because I didn't realize this until I got into treatment, like that feeling of like I never fit in, or you know, you're not good enough. If things weren't perfect enough, I would drop things like cheerleading, any sport I ever played, I would always just drop it if I couldn't do it perfectly. So it was that feeling of just like not fitting in, not being good enough. I was never good enough at my job. I was never a good enough mom. I was never a good enough wife. I never made enough money. And taking the pills just kind of made me forget about that feeling. I didn't realize how addiction worked until I got here. This place gave me the tools to, you know, change my thought process. That was the biggest thing for me, honestly, because I was always a big projector. Like I would take scenarios that literally were tiny little things and it would manifest into this big thing. And there were classes here that it really helped me change my thinking pattern after getting out of treatment. So I guess I thought it was just gonna be, I drop the pills and I go back and I'm clean and everything's good. It wasn't. I mean, after, you know, I went through withdrawals when I was here, then I realized like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be here for another month. But it really, there's so much education behind it that it really gave me a lot of tools to live this life afterwards. Like if I had just come down for detox, which was what I thought I was doing, I'd be out there doing exactly the same thing again. Before I came in, you know, I was working, I had a big job at a liquor company, and that was like everything. You know, it paid my bills, it gave me the health insurance, but it was like literally killing me in every sense of the way. And coming here, getting sober, it allowed me to have the courage to leave that job, knowing that it was going to be the best thing for me and my family. And now I'm back to doing what I love, my passion. I'm teaching horseback riding. And that's, you know, I mean, it couldn't be more of a 180, being out at the nightclubs all night and like sleeping until, you know, 11 o'clock. And now I'm up early every day. I get to spend the mornings with my son. Before I was seeing my son like once a week because I was literally never home. I was in a different state all the time. But yeah, I get to now live the life that I wanted to live, but I didn't think was ever going to be possible because I felt like I had to hold the job down and hold everything together and keep it perfect. You know, there was always this kind of turmoil inside my head that, you know, I just thought that was me and there was nothing I could do about it. And I have this peace now that, you know, I have bad days too. We all have bad days, but I have this peace where like crazy situations get thrown my way and I can actually handle them now rather than get like thrown into a tizzy and, you know, just comatose myself later on. You know, it's that peace that everybody can have if they're willing to do the work.